Hey guys, welcome to D Mason's Rant. I'm D Mason Ranter, and this is the Rant Nation. Welcome in. And guys, do me a favor before we get ahead and get started. Go ahead and do me a favor and hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe buttons for me. I appreciate it so much. It will let the algorithm know that you enjoy these videos, and it will push it out to more people like yourself. So thank you very much in advance for that, guys. Tonight, I'm so excited because I really I couldn't wait to get on here and talk about this Netflix series called Forever. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I watched it the other night. I've been seeing it, like the little commercials here and there, but I've been kind of like putting it off. I'm like, I don't want to see this. Well, you know what? One night I was just bored, and I was like, you know what? Let me check out this Forever show and see what this is all about. Well, I checked it out, and much to my pleasant surprise, man, this was a phenomenal show. Now, let me just give you a little bit about it. So it says, Forever is a American teen drama television series adaptation of the book of the same name by Judy Blume. It was released on Netflix on May 8th. In May of 2025, the series was renewed for a second season. I didn't know that. That's fascinating. The series is set in 2018 Los Angeles, and two young athletes become each other's first love. Two families with pushy parents who are pressuring their kids into getting college athletic scholarships. Now, this is great, and we're going to get into it. But the cast, Lovie Simone played Keisha Clark, and Lovie Simone, she was on Greenleaf. She played the daughter in Greenleaf. I thought she did a great job. She did a phenomenal job, and this is Keisha Clark. She did a phenomenal job. Chef's kiss, man. So it was Lovie Simone as Keisha Clark. It was Michael Cooper Jr. as Justin Edwards. Let me tell you something about this kid right here. Now, he's a grown man. He's no kid, but he played a kid. His acting was amazing because his job was to play a socially awkward, almost kind of on a spectrum kind of person. And he played that so well. And like you could feel the emotion in his face and in his eyes, and you were like trapped. You're like, yo, okay, no. He's feeling this, he's feeling that. He did a phenomenal job, man. He did a phenomenal job as Justin Edwards, of course. And we had Exosha Rockmore. I don't know. Shelly, Keisha's mother. She played Keisha's mother. She is the sister. She was playing Sam Wilson's sister on the Falcon and Winter Soldier. She played her. Anyway, she played the mother. She did a phenomenal job. Martin Lawrence Winans, the third, as Jaden Justin's younger brother. And I think he might be a Winans, the gospel singing group. I think he's a Winans. Anyway, you had Wood Harris, who is Eric Justin's father. Man, he was phenomenal. He was hilarious, but he was real. Him and the woman that played his wife, they balanced off each other. Like he was keeping it real with everybody. Like, yo, he was so chill. He was one of the best parts of this show was his father. And then you had Karen Pittman, who played Dawn, Justin's mother. She was wild. That's my girl. She got some acting chops. She really brought forth. She was kind of like. Let me finish all this and now get into the story and all that kind of stuff. Spoilers, by the way. And so anyway, you have Karen Pittman. They had Barry Shabaka Henley, who played George, who was Keisha's grandfather. Ali Gallo, Keisha's best friend, Chloe. Niels Fitch, who played Darius, Justin's best friend. Pajan Walker, who played Tiffany as Keisha's cousin. And also Emery Crutchfield, who played Keisha's track rival. And a host of other great actors that were in this. Now, these two, spoilers, they met at a party. He comes to this party, she's at this party. And so they meet and they immediately click. Like they immediately click. Both of them are virgins and everything like that. But they immediately click. And so they start, they're talking and everything. And they end up in a relationship. And they start to, go through the throes of this relationship and everything like that. This was so well put together. I really enjoyed every bit of this. The acting, the pacing, all of it, everything that was in it. The two main characters, man, even as you begin to see them go through the situation where they were off and on, they were breaking up, they were getting back together, it was off and on, just the teenage love kind of thing. But the interesting thing about that was the parents. Now, as seeing the parents and their reactions to things. Now, Justin's mother, who was Dawn, who was played by Karen Pittman, which again I think she did a phenomenal job. She played this really kind of an overbearing mother, but I do understand why she was the way she was. She wanted her son to be successful. She wanted her son to succeed, and she knew her son wasn't. He was good at sports, but he wasn't the height of intelligence, if you will, if I can say that for lack of a better word. And so she was trying to really position him with sports to be able to get him into a good college. And she was really on that thing. She was like, look. And so I understood why she was doing what she was doing, but she was kind of going about it the wrong way, because at the same time, she's like controlling him and then putting him down, not in a vicious way, but just in a overbearing mother kind of way, where she's like, you have to succeed, you're a black man in America, and and she cares about those things. But I think there was some ways that she was going about it wrong. But anyway, she was very overbearing with regards to that. Anyway, and so then you have Justin's father, who was really laid back, cool. He was a restaurant owner. He kept things real with his son, and he even kept it real with his wife. Sometimes he'd be like, look, woman, chill, let them grow up, So you got to see their banter. They had a great chemistry. And so you have that part. Then, of course, you have Keisha's mother. Keisha's mother was raising Keisha by herself. Her father was a traveling baseball player all over following a dream somewhere. And so her mother, Keisha's mother, her main thing was do not get pregnant and go to school, go to Howard, go be all that you can be. And so she put Keisha up on this pedestal, and Keisha was trying to live up to this pedestal that her mother put her on, but it was crumbling. And she was losing herself in the process of trying to be this icon that her mother had made her out to be, because she had a secret that she didn't want to get out. And that secret was, and I told y'all, spoilers, that secret was that she had a boyfriend at one time before she met Justin. And what he did is he recorded her doing oral sex. And so when he recorded it, he also put the video out, and the video went out throughout the school, and a whole big scandal came, and her mother never knew. She never let her mom know about anything about this. She kept all that hush hush. And so there was this whole thing that was going on. Now she ended up telling Justin, because her and Justin were in the movies, and something transpired, and she kind of was like, she freaked out. She was like, did you see the video? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he didn't. But she ended up telling him what the secret was. And so they were keeping that secret, and so the mother didn't know anything, and she's trying to do everything to please her mom, but at the same time it's messing with her relationship with Justin, is messing with everything else, and she's trying to do this one. Man, there was this one scene. I'm trying not to make a long video out of this. We're already 8 minutes in. But there's this scene where she had her ex-boyfriend comes back into town. And, of course, her mother doesn't know anything about it, so she thinks the ex-boyfriend is just this great guy. And so to please her mom, the ex-boyfriend asked her to go to the prom. And she says yes and all this other kind of stuff because she's trying to play along with it. Now, at this time, she's also dating Justin. Man, it's so powerful when you see how Justin reacts to her going to this prom. She did tell him she was going to go to the prom, and he wasn't feeling it. But you got to see the emotion behind how he was acting. And I could relate to that as when I was a teenager, and like those things that you do and how you feel. And I mean, he was hurting when she went to the prom with this boy. And he told her, look, they went from situations where they were blocking each other and all this other kind of stuff, and then they get back together. Anyway, Let me get ahead and kind of speed this up a little bit. So there's that situation. And as it ended up happening, is it ended up coming out anyway, because Justin's mother found out by one of the gossiping other mothers or somebody like that, and she found out. She addressed Justin, and Justin was like, yeah, I knew. And they were like, you knew? And so they were trying to get them broke up, and Justin's like, no, I'm not leaving her. And so the mother's like, well, look, her mom needs to know, because if her mother doesn't know, what are we doing here? She told Justin, she said, now she's either going to tell her or I'm going to tell her. And so under that pressure, she ended up telling her mom. Mom flips out, all that other kind of stuff. Anyway, so then they get past all of that. And so it's just a lot of different dynamics that are at work in this show that I absolutely love. You get to see the teenage love. You get to see them trying to please their parents, because Justin was trying to please his parents. He was trying to go to a school that he really didn't want to go to. He wanted to be a music producer, but he didn't want to tell his mom. He didn't want to disappoint her. He didn't want to disappoint his father. Just so much pressure that the both of them had, and it ended up driving a wedge between them, because they were trying to be in these two different worlds. And they ended up getting back together, and then they ended up breaking up again. And so I didn't like how this ended, but now that there's going to be a season 2, I'm excited about that. I'm not sure if it's going to be this same people, or maybe it's going to be a different set of stories. I don't know. I didn't like how it ended, because they ended up breaking up at the end. They, it was amicable. But you get just the thing that I love about this, man, was it was like, it was light. It was just a good teen drama movie, show, where you get to see these teenagers go through the throes of things, and you also get to see their parents going through the things that they're going through with raising them and trying to keep them on the straight and narrow. It's just a very beautiful story. I love how it's written. I love how it's directed. I love everything about this. I'm not even scratching the surface on a lot of the things that are in this. You got to check it out, man. It is called Forever. It is on Netflix. Just dropped on the 8th. You will enjoy it if you're a hopeless romantic, and I can be a hopeless romantic at times. I can. I love rom-coms. I do. But anyway, yeah, I just love this story. I love this story. And I could not wait. I was like, man, when this is over, I cannot wait to get on there and tell the viewers about this show. Check it out. It's called Forever. Kudos all around. Chef's kiss all around. I hope they get an award or something for this, because I thought that this was really great, and the acting was dynamite, and the cast did a phenomenal job as well. So kudos again for Forever, Netflix. But guys, that is the video. Do me a favor, hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. Appreciate it very much. You guys have a great night. This is D Mace's The Rant, and this is The Rant Nation.